What's up, boys? Welcome back to another video. Today I have my #1 unstoppable TVT build for you guys. I've literally never lost with this. It is a very advanced build, so you're gonna want to pay very close attention. Very complicated, a lot of details. Basically, what is gonna happen is I'm gonna do a 1-1-1 aggressive Reaper Hellion build with an expansion. But the variation is probably gonna blow your mind, so pay close attention. Now we are going to stay on one base for a long time. I will, by the way, guys, I always post the replays in the description, but this one, since it's so complicated, I really recommend that you check it out no matter what. Because I really don't think this is something you're going to be able to do on the first try. So we're going to start with the barracks first, 16 barracks of course, followed by the gas. We're playing against Bjorn over here. You might know him. I'm not sure what rank he is, like maybe like Grandmaster on an A or something like that. I've seen Bjorn play in tournaments. Should be something like that, low Grandmaster on an A-ish, or maybe mid-GM with the recent inflation of MMR. Anyway, we're going to go for a second gas here. So a 16 gas, 17 gas. And yeah, you guys should know the double gas openers by now, right? Like this is standard stuff for you guys. You see my opponent Bjorn is doing the same. Just a standard double gas, a staple in TVT. Also, this is also a staple in TVT, forgetting to scout for one supply. Normally you would scout at 17, of course. Now this scout is going to be at 18. Not the biggest of deals. But yeah, I might arrive a little bit too late. So I'm going to have I need a little bit more SCV IQ with this scout because I sent it too late. Normally you can just, chill out here, have a little tea party, go back home. But now, if you scout a little bit later, you actually have to send it back a little bit faster so you don't lose it. But in this case, we're going to have a little adaptation compared to a normal double gas openers. And that is that we're going to use our SCV to hide over here for some light pressure later on, pretty much. And at home, after the Reaper, we're going to start another one, another factory as well. You can actually do an SCV cut after you start the factory. You can pick one SCV out of each gas. Later, you want to put them back on again because, like I said, we're going to do some heavy pressure on one base. But even so, you do definitely want to cut SCVs for a little bit so you have more minerals. Because there's definitely something you're going to be spending your minerals on here. So you're going to start a Hellion as well. And another Reaper. And at the same time, we're going to be dropping a command center over. Now this is, as you can imagine, this is a very important detail of the build. So besides the Reaper Hellion, make sure to get this command center down here in time. A nice quick expansion. And then at home, we're going to be adding a starport, you see, with all that gas. At this point, if you want to, you could add your SCVs back on gas again. Now, I actually want to take another expansion, a third expansion here later. So I'm going to keep them off the gas for a little bit more. Then besides that, the unit production is pretty simple. We're just going to be making Reapers and Hellions from the barracks and the factory. No add-ons needed. Then after that, we're going to add an engineering bay. Pretty much when you have money after the starport, we're going to be dropping that E-bay. And we're going to want to be as aggressive with our units as possible. Basically what you want to do with these units is just scout what the opponent has. Like I saw that he was still making units, so we back off because obviously he has the defender's advantage, right? But if you do see an opportunity, you can straight go for it. Now at this point, our starport finished, so I'm going to be making medevacs as well. And when you bring these wave of units, make sure to bring another SCV down. Like you want to be mining with the CC, maybe repairing it a little bit in case you get pressured. But keep making sure to keep making units. That's a weird sentence. Keep making units and send them across. Have them together. You always want to pressure. Now my opponent is actually doing a pretty insane build. I think he saw this build before. Like obviously this is a very high level strategy I'm doing. So he's probably aware from those NA tournaments that he plays in. Now, like I said, you always want to pressure, but if they have too many units, you just have to get out of there. So in this case, I'm hiding my command center a little bit because I didn't want him to see it, of course. Gonna use my medevac to save my units. And basically what we're gonna do here is it's just a slight adaptation. Like we're not gonna mine here, but because he's attacking us, we're gonna keep him busy. So I'm gonna like try to micro back and forth with these units, keep him busy over here, while landing my CC in a comfortable location next to his base. This might require some multitasking, but I think you guys will get it after some practice. Then at some point you want to start adding tech labs, get some cyclones going especially. But more importantly, you want to save enough gas. Of course, this is an offensive adaptation, so I needed 150 gas, so we can make a planetary over here. Now, you see, we use these two SCVs to mine normally, but since we're going for the aggressive version, we can use them to repair, which is going to be very useful. And like I said, you always want to keep the opponent's enemy units busy. Like, you don't want them to be able to deny your expansion, or in this case, defend your aggressive version. Now, you're going to use these two SCVs to repair. And this is a very important detail of StarCraft that I feel like you guys sometimes don't get. But you can hide the SCVs in the little top there of the planetary fortress, so they can't easily be targeted, you see. Like, this is crucial for standard StarCraft 2 gameplay. And I hope you guys would have gotten that by now, but when I watch your replays, it's very clear that you guys just don't use the little cannon of the PF enough to hide SCVs, which is a shame. And now basically what you want to do with this aggressive version is you want to use this PF as bait, while the Cyclones lock on. So you're just going to keep your units behind the planetary fortress, and every time your opponent tries to assault the planetary fortress by locking on, then you bring forward your Cyclones to deal with it. Now, obviously we tried to expand a long time ago, but he denied it, but definitely do remember to get this third base up as well. Even if we're going for, I wouldn't call this a heavy pressure, it's more like a moderate light, dedicated heavy pressure kind of thing. You know, we still want to expand behind those. Now, I do have 2 Cyclones already. You can make 2 or 3. But then you definitely want to start making siege tanks to kind of like AoE 4 style, you know, when you get keeps or castles down in your opponent's base, you want to get long range siege to defend them, which is what I'm going to do with this siege tank here. Now, I imagine when you guys play in lower leagues, you want to 100% win the game and not waste any time. In this case, I didn't want to destroy his morale too much for the ladder, like, you know, maybe he has some GSL matches or stuff like that. So I'm going to stop repairing this planetary fortress, give him a little bit of a present, like, you know, let's not ruin the mood too much. Like, this is a friendly YouTube channel, you know what I mean? Like, we don't want to do anything too crazy, so I'm going to let him kill this. And at the same time, I also want to secure the game, so I'll be sieging the ramp, you know, getting my position over here. Yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this guide over here. He's going to have some interesting things to say to me at this point in the replay. But, you know, I have enough knowledge to share with you guys on my own, so I won't have to show you guys that. Anyway, once again, this is a very complicated build, so make sure to check out the replay from the description. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And, yeah, let me know what you thought. And see you guys next time. Adios.